Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Pub Trivia Experience. My name is Chris, and we are gathered here tonight for episode 3 in the flogging of Michael Mott. It is Malort part 3. Mike, my friend, how you doing? And tell me what you're drinking.
Well, I think you just told me what I'm drinking. Chris, I'm doing pretty well, actually, although I was doing better about 5 minutes ago when I had this lovely Belgian double just waiting to pop open. And then you reminded me that my penance is still ongoing. So yes, this is, as you said, this bottle of lovely Jeppson's Malort liqueur is about halfway finished, which is befitting since I'm about halfway finished. Yeah, it's a screw top, so you don't even get any cool sounds or anything like that. I guess you get the sound of me pouring. And I guess here goes again. Does not get any better with age.
Okay, so during our show notes, or our pre-show, kind of the bullshitting that we do, David, we were talking to him and reminded him, like, oh yeah, Mike's got to drink Malort. David, what did you grab, man?
I went ahead and grabbed Jeppson's barreled age Malort. So,
why?
And just like Jay.
Oh.
No.
Ugh.
Okay.
Yep.
David,
you, sir, have a stronger constitution than I do.
let's run through the usual here. How you doing? What are you drinking?
Well, I'm doing all right. I did do that shot from the bottle of the barreled age Malort, but to wash it down, I have one of my favorite beers, Double Grid, by a local brewery, Hop Butcher for the World. Here, it's a double IPA, and let's see if we get a nice can pop. There we go.
That's a dope can, actually.
Yep.
That is cool.
Their artwork on every one of their cans is like specialty made by like different artists in the area.
Oh,
so
I love it.
I love when brewers do that. They get different local artists to design their labels. It's awesome.
Yep.
Well, it's my turn. I don't have a fancy pop here or anything like that. I bought, when I was in Connecticut, a 4-pack of mixed drinks from Litchfield Distillery. I had the old fashioned on last episode. I'm moving into one that this is not in my wheelhouse. So, Mike, I might be in the same boat as you, but there's no like.
You may be in the same ocean, but I guarantee you're not in the same boat.
This is from Litchfield Distillery. This is their espresso martini. So we're gonna go just.
You're not even in the same ocean.
I really don't do espressos or martinis.
I know, that's fair.
I like the color on it, and I loved their double barrel bourbon. Their double barrel bourbon's great. Their old fashioned was solid. Oh, this actually smells like an espresso. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. Litchfield, you are 2 for 2. In the coming couple of weeks, I'll have to get through their Manhattan, which I know I'll like, and their Cosmo, which I doubt I will. But you know what? We're here for some trivia. It's David versus Mike in episode 3 of the Malort Trivial Trivia Trials of one Michael Mott. David, my friend, do you want to go first or second in the pregame round?
Well, as Mike and I were talking, I am a Pearl Jam fan, so I always wait for even flow to come on. So at the concert, so I'm going to go even.
Nice.
Oh, my Lord. And I see you're wearing the White Sox hat. Does that mean that when they're playing in Wrigley, you still won't go?
No, actually, I'm going. I got tickets for night 1 and,
Lucky.
Yeah.
I wanted to go so bad. All right. Well, we are going to go into this. Your pregame is pretty simple. I'm going to list either a food or a beverage brand. You have to tell me, is that brand owned by Coca-Cola or Pepsi-Cola?
David, I'm so bad at this.
You chose evens. Mike, we're going to start with you. Question number 1. The brand that you get is Brisk. Brisk iced tea.
Okay, that's Brisk, baby. I Like I said, I'm bad at this. I am just gonna say Coca-Cola.
Oh no, Brisk is Pepsi Cola.
Okay.
All right, David, we're going over to you. Question number 2, you get Fairlife.
Ooh, Fairlife. Um,
Their protein shakes are the best protein shakes in the market, and it's not even
yeah,
close.
I'm not too familiar with them. Let's go PepsiCo.
Oh, Fairlife is Coke.
Okay.
Fairlife is Coca-Cola. They do this. They have a special way of doing their milk that removes bad stuff, I guess. They have
The lactose.
phenomenal. If you do the protein shakes, 30 grams of protein, like 190 calories. It's wonderful. Mike, question number 3. You get Gold Peak tea. Gold Peak.
Oh man. Well, the last T was Pepsi, so I'm gonna say Coke again.
Gold Peak is Coke. Nicely done. Nicely done.
Nice.
David, question number 4. You're going to get Life Water.
Ooh, Life Water. You're naming everything I've never really had or heard of. I'm gonna go Coca-Cola.
No, Life Water is Pepsi, unfortunately.
Okay.
Mike, number 5, you get Minute Maid.
I'm gonna say Coke again.
Minute Maid is Coke. Nicely done. The guy who doesn't drink soda is 2 for 3 of the pregame. David, question number 6, you get Naked.
I prefer
And then give
not
me
to.
the answer.
So, Naked. Look, what is Naked like as a brand? Um, let's go PepsiCo.
Naked is PepsiCo. Nicely done. Nicely done. You're on the board, Mike. Number 7, you get Propel.
I mean, you've yet to hit on anything that I consume. Although, as has been established, I basically only drink water and beer. And
Malort.
when I lose a bet, Malort, apparently, my new favorite drink.
That glass is looking a little empty, by the way.
It feels like it's got a long way to go. Propel, I'm going to say Pepsi.
Propel is Pepsi. Nicely done. All right, David. Number 8, you get Simply.
Coca-Cola.
Simply Coke is a correct answer.
I'm just flipping a coin.
Like, sometimes it's what you got to do.
Yeah.
Mike, number 9, you get Tropicana.
Tropicana, I am going to say Pepsi.
Tropicana is Pepsi. Nicely done.
Oof. My coins have landed in the right place. Most of this. Awesome.
David, your last one here. Question number 10. You get Vitamin Water.
I'm gonna go with Coca-Cola.
Vitamin Water is Coke. Coming out of our pregame, Mike, you've got a 4-3 lead, which means, David, we're going to go to you for hot seat round 1. Would you like to go first or second?
I guess I'll go first this time.
You're going to go first, Mike. You're going to go second. We will even this out at the end if we need to. Your time will begin after I read your first question. Here we go. David, what rapper featured on Usher's hit song, Yeah?
Little John.
Oh, I have Ludacris here.
Okay.
Mike, which actress had her film debut as the role of Tina Carlisle, Dorian Tyrell's girlfriend and lounge singer in the movie The Mask?
Oh, Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz is correct. David, we're heading over to you. What country's bicameral legislature includes the Rajya Sabha, which represents the states, and the lower house, the Lok Sabha, which represents the people of the country as a whole?
I'm bad with geography and governments. But Pakistan.
Oh, close. India. India is what we're looking
Okay.
for. Mike, what U.S. president is commonly credited with inventing the swivel chair?
I think of presidents and inventors, Thomas Jefferson.
Jefferson's a correct answer. David, as Mario and Luigi can attest, Idraulico, Idraulico, sorry, is the Italian word for what profession?
Plumber?
Plumber is correct. Mike, what is on the menu as part of the famous competitive eating contest held annually in Coney Island, New York?
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs is correct, and they don't do any Impossible dogs or only good old-fashioned, hopefully, beef hot dogs. All right. David,
Nathan's.
heading back to you. In math, a ratio is commonly written as two numbers separated by which punctuation mark?
A colon.
Colon is correct. Mike, what was the avian-inspired title of the autobiography of Diana Ross?
I honestly don't know. Eagle?
No, that biography is titled Secret of a Sparrow.
I actually have heard of that now that you say it. Okay.
David, what cluster of space dust in the Taurus constellation gets its name from a sea creature and is the remains of a star that exploded in 1054?
Yeah, those were words. Um,
Yep, I'll read that again for you. What cluster of space dust in the Taurus constellation gets its name from a sea creature and is the remains of a star that exploded back in 1054?
I'm just thinking of sea creatures. I always like a seahorse, so let's go seahorse.
Unfortunately, that'd be the Crab Nebula. Mike, which New York Yankees Major League Baseball player won the Triple Crown in 1956, leading the major leagues in batting average, home runs, and RBIs?
Mickey Mantle?
Mickey Mantle is a correct answer. David, presumably named after the love of his life, the Olive is a boat belonging to what character?
I'm assuming this got to be Popeye.
The Sailor Man is a correct answer. Mike, the iconic, elaborately knit fisherman's sweater originated on which islands off the coast of Ireland?
Yeesh. I do not know. The Emerald Isles.
No, it'd be the Aran Isles.
Okay.
David, Beverly Hills cop star Eddie Murphy had a chart-topping hit in December of 1985. What was the name of that song?
As soon as you started going, I was like, I know this, and then it just like ran out of my head. Squirrel. I keep wanting to say party all the time.
Party All the Time is a correct answer.
Nice.
Nicely
Nice
done.
job. Nice job.
Mike, going back over to you. Eventually played by Keanu Reeves, who initially turned down the role of Neo in The Matrix and later admitted to regretting it.
Will Smith.
Will Smith is a correct answer. David, in what Massachusetts city were the famous witch trials held?
Salem.
Salem is a correct answer. Mike, at the 2016 Democratic National Convention, who declared, "I believe in science"?
2016 Democratic National Convention. I mean, I'm going to just guess Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton's a correct answer. David, about how many million babies were born in the U.S. each year in the 1950s? Was it closest to 3 million, 4 million, or 5 million?
1950s. I'm going to say 5 million.
No, actually closer to 4 million.
4 million.
Yep. Mike, in what year was the first Tonka truck made? 1945, 47, or 49?
Let's see. It was probably with all the leftover materials from the war efforts. So would it have been that early? I'll say 45.
No, 47 is what we're looking for. All right, David. What unique physical characteristic does Def Leppard drummer Rick Allen have or not have?
Oh, thank you, Bloodhound Gang, because the drummer from Def Leppard's only got one arm.
Did not think we get a Bloodhound Gang reference this episode. So happy we did. Mike, we're going back to you. What iconically titled official James Bond movie was released by Eon in the same year as the non-Eon Bond film Never Say Never Again, which actually starred Sean Connery?
Which one was the same year as Never Say Never Again? Was that Octopussy?
It was Octopussy.
Okay.
Nicely done. David, we're going back over to you next. Superstars in Great Britain, the celebrity couple known as Posh and Bex feature which two international celebrities?
Well, it's David and Victoria Beckham.
David and Victoria Beckham is a correct answer. Mike, you have a 1 in 50 shot here. What is the only U.S. state to have only one syllable in its name?
Maine.
Maine is a correct answer. David, in the world of fashion, button down, spread, and tab are popular types of what?
I'm assuming that's the collar.
That is a type of collar. Nicely done. Mike, what celebrity postponed his wedding to a Swedish actress for fear that it would hurt JFK's presidential campaign?
Sinatra?
No, close. Sammy Davis Jr.
Okay.
All right. Which yellow spring flower contains a toxic chemical known as liacrine? David, that's for you. Sorry. Licorine. Which yellow spring flower contains a toxic chemical known as licorine?
Yellow flower, springtime. I gotta think sunflower.
Close. It's the daffodil.
Ah,
Mike. David Jensen played Dr. Richard Kimball in which 1960s television series?
The Fugitive.
The Fugitive is correct. David, since 2003, the Heart Truth campaign has presented a New York City fashion show in which celebrities don which color dresses? It's the Heart Truth campaign.
Heart. I got nothing. Red.
Red is a correct answer.
Nice.
Mike, what was the first internet search engine called?
Oh, shoot. Was that Mosaic?
It was not. It was actually Archie.
Archie. Okay, I think Mosaic was the first browser. Anyway.
David, appropriately, Alessandro Volta invented the first what?
Yeah, I got nothing. One more time on the name.
Alessandro Volta, Volta.
Laser.
Oh, first battery. Mike, this term rose to popularity in 2020 primarily due to the stress of the pandemic, linked to a deterioration in both mental and physical health. What term is defined as spending an excessive amount of time online reading large amounts of negative news?
Doom scrolling?
Doom scrolling is correct.
I thought that predated COVID. Wow. Okay.
David, what is the largest and most populous island of Japan?
Pass.
It'd be Honshu. Mike, what is the name of the writer, actor, producer who hosted the original Twilight Zone television show?
Rod Serling.
Rod Sterling, unfortunately.
Double check that.
I will double check that. I have it as Sterling, but I will mark that. We'll come back to it. David, what are the two main turning maneuvers on a sailboat?
Maneuvers?
Mm-hmm.
All I can think of is like the sides of the boat, which is port and starboard. So, but I'm gonna go with that.
Unfortunately, not. It'd be called jibbing and tacking. Jibbing and tacking is what we're looking for. Mike, which actress played the title role in the 1967 film Thoroughly Modern Millie?
Oh goodness. Yeesh. I feel like I should know this, but I don't. Barbara Streisand?
No, unfortunately, Julie Andrews.
Julie Andrews popped into my head and I rejected it for some reason. Okay.
David, heading back over to you. Which biographical crime film is based on the life of Frank Abagnale, who successfully performed cons worth millions of dollars?
I got it at the name. That's Catch Me If You Can.
Catch Me If You Can is a correct answer. Mike, we're heading over to you here. In what European capital city is Marie Curie entombed?
The problem is it's probably not Paris, but I can't think of what else it would be. Where was she from? Was she from France or something? I'm just going to say Paris. I think it's wrong.
Paris is a correct answer.
Okay, overthinking it. All right.
All right, David, heading over to you now. Which teen television series revolves around the lives of characters with the last names of Cohen, Cooper, and Nickel?
It's Winnie Cooper. Is that The Wonder Years?
Unfortunately not. Cohen, Cooper, and the Nickel families are from the OC.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't know that.
Mike, on a 2012 Glee episode, Ricky Martin sings Soy Sexy y Lo Sabes in a bilingual rendition of a pop hit song from what group?
LMFAO?
LMFAO. I'm sexy and I know it. That is.
I was like, really? Okay.
All right. David, within 10 either way, how many different outfits has Mickey Mouse worn? 10's not really fair. Within 50 either way.
I was going to say.
Cool. So 10 was making me think it was lower. But all the different holidays. 142.
I actually have it as 290.
Wow.
It's amazing.
All right, Mike, what is the name of the 2015 film about a frontiersman on a fur trading expedition in the 1820s in his fight for survival?
Yeah, you mean his fight to finally earn Leo an Oscar? The Revenant.
The Revenant is correct. David, what sports game did Jim Naismith invent back in 1891?
Naismith, isn't that basketball?
That is basketball. Nicely done.
I know that because of Saved by the Bell. How sad is that?
Same.
Anyway. Okay.
Mike, in the live-action version of the Disney film Beauty and the Beast, what actors play Belle and Gaston?
Oh gosh, I got to get both. Emma Watson was Belle, and I think it was Luke Evans was Gaston.
That is correct. Emma Watson and Luke Evans. All right. David, if you were to arrange the books of the Christian Bible alphabetically, what book would come first?
Oh, Exodus. No.
Unfortunately not. Looking over the New Testament, this would be Acts. All right, Mike, because you did go second, you're going to get one last question. Which viscoelastic material was developed in the 1960s by NASA, but makes for very comfortable mattresses nowadays?
Oh gosh. Memory foam?
Memory foam is a correct answer. And with that, hot seat round 1 is over. We've got one question we've got to go back and do some research on. Let me get that done. And Mike, it is Serling, so you are going to get the points there. That means coming out of hot seat round 1, Mike, you're going to pick up 16. David, you're picking up 11. Your current scores are 20-14.
But I have to still drink this Malort, so in a way, you're still coming out on top, dude. It lingers. That's the problem. It's not just the bad taste and then it goes away. It stays.
Here, I'll cheers with you.
Cheers. Another shot right from the bottle. Respect.
Like I said, born and raised on the South Side. This stuff is like.
All right, we are going into our halftime round. Your halftime category is Las Vegas. Are either of you big Vegas fans?
I've been there once or twice.
I went. I've only been one time, and I was. It was a couple days after a buddy of mine's bachelor party, and in New Orleans, and I was so dead that it was a bad time to do Vegas right after that.
You don't do New Orleans and Vegas back to back. That's bad form.
Yeah.
Well, this is going to be a fun little matching game for you. Hopefully you have fun with it. I want you to match the Las Vegas entertainer to the venue they either currently have residency at or the last venue they had a residency at.
Okay.
I will name your entertainers and your locations in alphabetical order each. The entertainers we're looking at are Chris Angel, Donnie Osmond, Garth Brooks, Penn and Teller, and Wayne Newton. Again, that will be Chris Angel, Donnie Osmond, Garth Brooks, Penn and Teller, and Wayne Newton.
What especially sucks here is we saw Penn and Teller when I was in Vegas. Could not possibly tell you where.
I could. I saw.
I bet you can.
It's a great show.
It was fantastic.
Your locations, the places where the residency's at, your resorts, if you want to call them that. Caesar's Palace, the Flamingo, Harrah's, Planet Hollywood, and Rio. Once again, that would be Caesar's Palace, the Flamingo, Harrah's, Planet Hollywood, and the Rio. Lock in when you've got your answers all matched up.
Just to give you an idea of me, I originally wrote down Hera like the Greek goddess. No, it's not that. I know it's not that, but I still wrote it down that way. All right, I'll lock in with a total guess.
No, I'm going to lock in.
All right. Both contestants have locked in. Let's go piece by piece through this. Again, matching the entertainer with the venue where they are either currently have a residency or their last residency was at. Let's start off with Chris Angel. Mike, what did you say?
I said Harrah's.
David?
I have him at Rio.
Unfortunately, no correct answers there. Chris Angel is actually at Planet Hollywood.
Oh, okay.
All right, next up is Donnie Osmond. David, what did you say for Donnie?
He seemed good to be at Caesars.
Mike?
I had Donnie at Planet Hollywood.
Donnie is at Harrah's, unfortunately.
Flip the two. Okay.
Next up, we're going to call Baton Rouge and go with some Garth Brooks. Mike?
That just screamed Caesars to me.
I
David?
am at Planet Hollywood because that's where all the celebrities go when they're done washed up.
I will take offense to you calling Garth Brooks washed up later. Caesars is the correct answer.
Whew.
Nice.
All right, next up, Penn and Teller. David?
Well, obviously got this one wrong. I went Harris.
Mike?
As I said, we did get see Penn and Teller when I was in Vegas almost 10 years ago now, and I would never have been able to pull it, but when I saw Rio, that really rang a bell, so I said Rio.
That's a good thing that did. The Rio is a correct answer.
Its name is Rio.
Your last one is Mr. Wayne Newton. Mike, what'd you have for Wayne Newton?
I said Flamingo.
David?
I went ahead and said the same.
Flamingo is a correct answer. Mike, you're picking up 12. David, you're picking up 4. That means your scores as we get ready for hot seat round 2. Mike, you're up to 32 points. David, you're sitting at 18. Still anybody's game. And David, do you get to choose? Do you want first or second dibs in hot seat round 2?
I'm going to stick with the first spot, because if I switch it up, then, the juju's just going to screw me over.
I can get behind that. You're going to stick with first. All right. Your time will begin after I read your first question. Here we go. David, what is the only type of meat a pescatarian can eat?
Oh, is that fish?
It is fish. Nicely done. Mike, Nominated 3 times in his lifetime for Best Actor in a Leading Role, Robin Williams would eventually win an acting Oscar for Best Supporting Actor for what film?
Good Will Hunting.
Good Will Hunting is correct. David, within 3 years either way, name the year these events took place. Rod Stewart files for divorce from his wife, model Rachel Hunter. The first World Baseball Classic is held in San Diego, California, and the Blu-ray disc format is first released.
World Baseball Classic, you said, correct?
The first World Baseball Classic is held in San
Okay,
Diego.
so 99?
No, 2006.
Oof.
Oh, okay.
Mike, Sarah Palin's husband Todd is a 4-time winner of the Iron Dog, the world's longest what?
Sled race?
Not sled, snowmobile race.
Oh, okay. It's right ballpark.
You were right where you need to be. David, 3 cities in the world have iconic obelisks named Cleopatra's Needle. One of those cities is New York. Name one of the other 2 cities in Europe that have these obelisks.
What are they called again?
Cleopatra's Needle.
Paris.
Paris is a correct answer. London and Paris are what we're looking for. Mike, what is the name of the home city of the Jetsons?
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Wow.
Dang. The Flintstones I could do. Jetsons. Spacely Sprockets. Astro was the dog. I know. Galaxia.
Unfortunately not. It'd be Orbit City.
Okay. Was not getting there.
David, which river flows through the Grand Canyon?
Is that the Colorado?
Colorado
River?
River is correct. Mike, what iconic invention that was invented by Dr. Edward Land in 1947 and is still in use today, though in a retro way, has all been but replaced by cell phones?
The pocket calculator.
Unfortunately, this would be the Polaroid camera.
Oh, camera popped into my head, but I didn't think Polaroid specifically because I was like, cameras were invented way before that. Okay.
David, in the 1956 film The Red Balloon, the title object follows a young boy around which European city?
I'm going to pick a European city because I don't know that film. Let's go Berlin.
Should have gone back to Old Paris. It's Paris.
I would have gone Berlin too for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Mike, remember the hot seat does giveth and taketh away. Name the song and artist with the following lyric. Maybe I'm foolish, maybe I'm blind, thinking I can see through this and see what's behind.
Gosh. Oh, man. I don't have a genre or anything. I don't know it. Pass.
I've never heard of this song or this person. It's Human by Rag and Bone Man.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Yeah, would not have gotten there. I've heard of it, but not have gotten there.
David, Jean-Claude Killy dominated which Olympic sport in the 1960s?
Wrestling.
Unfortunately, it'd be skiing is what we're looking for. Mike, what revolutionary and champion of nonviolent resistance once said, live as if you were to die tomorrow, learn as if you will live forever?
Martin Luther King.
Mahatma Gandhi.
Dang it! I almost went with Gandhi too. Okay.
David, heading back over to you. Which multi-Grammy award-winning pop artist released the album Joanne in 2016?
Pop artists. But Joanne tickles a bell for Lady Gaga.
I believe that's actually her first name, if I'm not mistaken.
Gaga?
Or one of her names. Lady Gaga is a correct answer.
Good job.
All right, Mike. Which toy, first launched in 1996, gave players a series of instructions asking them to pull a handle, twist a crank, or push a button?
Gosh. You said which toy?
Which toy first launched in 1996?
Oh, launched in 97. Okay. I wasn't paying attention to the year. I was in like the 60s for some reason. What were the three things it said?
It would ask you to pull a handle, twist a crank, or push a button.
God, I don't know why I am drawing just a total blank on this. I have no idea. The Furby. I don't know. It's not right.
No, David, for no points, you want to clue him in?
I believe that's the Bop It.
It's the Bop It.
Wow. Okay.
Have you never heard of Bop It?
That is, I have heard of it, but I couldn't even tell you what one looks like.
Oh, wow.
I was a little too old to know what toys were doing.
Or a
in
little
the 90s.
too young.
Yeah.
You have a couple beers and you pass it around the circle, you know?
Oh, yeah. It's a great thing to do when you're 7 years old. Have a couple beers, pass around the circle. David, going back over to you. What is the largest state by population that only has one professional football stadium?
New York.
New York is correct. You didn't fall into my trap. Mike, many people believe that Mickey Mouse was originally named what?
I mean, I believe before Mickey they was originally going to call him Mortimer Mouse.
Mortimer is the correct answer. I don't know if it's ever actually been.
Oh, maybe it's just never been confirmed, but I thought that was
Mortimer
canon.
Anyway. Mortimer had a different look, but you know what? Neither here nor there. We're going back to David. David, the interrobang is a fabricated punctuation mark that combines an exclamation point with what?
Question mark?
Question mark's the correct answer. Mike, like Chevrolet's Volt, Nissan offered a 100% electric car with what green name?
The Leaf.
The Leaf was a correct answer, or is a correct answer. David, a person can drink red wine by the Red Sea on the coast of Egypt and drink white wine by the White Sea on the coast of what country?
As soon as you started pointing out geography again. Oh. Egypt. I got nothing.
Unfortunately, the White Sea is located in Russia.
Okay.
Mike, which denomination from a standard box of Monopoly is missing from this list? 100, 500, 1, 20, 50, and 5.
I don't believe you said 10.
I did not say 10. That is a correct answer. David, in the children's rhyme, This Little Piggy, where did the first little piggy go?
Did that piggy go to market?
A little piggy went to market. I want some sausage. That's a correct answer. Mike. What were the elite Massachusetts militiamen nicknamed in the American Revolution?
Were those the Minutemen?
They were the Minutemen. Nicely done. David, which succinct instructional phrase is the title of author Herve Tullay's 2011 best-selling children's activity book?
2000 children's activity book?
Mm-hmm. It's a succinct instructional phrase.
I hear children's book, instructional phrase. I was thinking go to fuck to sleep. But so I'm just going to lock in with that because I got nothing better.
Unfortunately not. This book is actually just titled Press Here.
Huh.
Okay.
Mike, which Spanish-sounding 1998 single by the Spice Girls was the first to not include former member Jerry Halliwell?
Oh, gosh. I don't know that I can name a Spice Girl song that didn't feature Jerry Halliwell. So Spanish sounding. No, voulez-vous coucher avec moi is French. Como te llama? I don't know.
Unfortunately, that'd be Viva Forever.
Okay.
David, heading back to you. What cooking term comes from the French word for white?
Blanche or Blanche?
Blanche is correct. Mike.
Nice job.
It's a little bit longer here, so bear with me. Dave Chappelle lives in the city of Yellow Springs, about which he has been quoted saying, quote, "Turns out you don't need 50 million to live around these parts. Just a nice smile and a kind way about you. You guys are the best neighbors ever. That's why I came back and why I'm staying." In which Midwestern state is Yellow Springs located?
I really don't know. I'm just going to say Iowa.
Oh, no, it's actually in Ohio.
Oh, okay.
All right, David, heading over to you. Associated with Hanukkah, the menorah holds how many candles?
Oh, of course, my name's got to be David, and you gave me the Jewish question. I am Catholic by
Going down the list, sir.
No, I know. Hanukkah's 8 nights, but I believe a menorah holds a 9th candle in the middle, so I'm gonna go 9.
9 is a correct answer. Mike, in a 2011 TV appearance, what rapper resorted to reading his own lyrics to "Don't Stop the Party" from a cell phone?
I am not good with rappers. I can't remember who did what. Shoot. Was I'm gonna whatever I say, I'm gonna embarrass myself. So I'll just say Ludacris.
Unfortunately, Will.i.am is what we're looking for there.
Oh, okay.
David, within 3 years either way, name the year these events took place. The Live 8 benefit concerts take place in the G8 states. Hurricane Katrina hits the Gulf Coast and caused over $125 billion in damage, and the Houston Astros advanced to their first ever World Series.
2005.
2005 is correct.
He's wearing a White Sox hat. That one's just unfair.
I had it with Katrina.
Mike, going over to you. What man served as the Bishop of Johannesburg and then the Archbishop of Cape Town from 1986 to 1996? He was also the chair of South Africa's Post-Apartheid Truth and Reconciliation Commission in 1995.
Was that Desmond Tutu?
That was Desmond Tutu. All right. David, which two former figure skaters teamed up as NBC commentators for the Olympic Games and the Kentucky Derby?
Well, I know it's Johnny Weir, I believe, because he's actually lives or grew up in the town next to me. And it's the cute blonde girl. I cannot think of it. Yeah, it's like I have nothing.
Tanya Harding?
No.
No, this girl's on my list. She's been on my list since the moment Leah and I had lists. It's Tara Lipinski.
There
Johnny
it is.
Weir and Tara Lipinski is what we're looking
That's
for.
right.
All right, Mike. What do the initials FDA stand for in the name of the U.S. government agency?
Food and Drug Administration.
That is correct. David. With that, time is up, which means you'll each be getting one final question. All right. David, name one of the two sibling pairs who have been #1 draft picks in their respective sports.
Sibling pairs, #1 draft pick.
Yeah. So these are sibling pairs, and they've both been #1 draft picks in their respective sports.
I want to go with the Uptons.
Unfortunately, not. This would be either Peyton and Eli Manning or Ninka and Chiny Ogwumike.
Okay, so there was the Mannings.
The Mannings. And yeah. Mike.
Yeah.
What is the name of the astronomical tool created over 1,000 years ago and was used to compute time and positions of stars?
Oh shoot. I don't know the telemeter.
It's an astrolabe.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
All right. A little bit of coming back down to earth and hot seat round 2. Questions a little bit harder.
God, there was a
David.
stretch there. I didn't think I was ever going to get another question right.
David, you're going to pick up 10. Mike, you're going to pick up 6.
Yeah.
All right. So your scores going into your wager round. It's a 10-point game. Mike, you've got a 38-28 lead. Here's how your wager round is going to go. I'm going to give you 3 categories. You're going to wager solely on the categories provided. The rules being 1, you must wager whole numbers only, which also means no negative wagering. And 2, you cannot wager more than your current points allow. So you can break your wagers up any way that you want. If you get the question right, you get the points. If you get the question wrong, you lose the points. But combined wagers, Mike cannot go above 38. David cannot go above 28. Are you ready for your wager round categories?
Yes, sir.
Your categories are the Renaissance, American authors, and world history. Again, the Renaissance, American authors, and world history. Go ahead and lock in your wagers. I'm going to throw it over to a word from tonight's sponsor.
Hey, trivia lovers. Want to get the pub trivia experience in an interactive way? Check out Liquid Courage Entertainment. With a wide range of offerings online, LK has you covered, streaming a wide variety of trivia games on Twitch with one-of-a-kind formats like Tringo, Guesstimate, Mega Sheep, and more. Or check out the World Trivia Federation. With 36 hours to answer each quiz and no obligation, the WTF is the perfect solution to scratch that trivia itch on your own time. Come see us at twitch.tv/liquid_courage or check out patreon.com/liquidcourage to join the WTF for as little as $2 a month. That's Liquid Courage with a K. Innovative, interactive, intoxicating.
Wagers are locked in. We're going to go question by question through this. Starting off with question number 1, your category was the Renaissance. The turtles of the Teenage Mutant and Ninja variety took their names from famous painters, famous artists. 3 of them are contemporaries of each other, while 1 was significantly older, having died in 1466. Which Italian sculptor was the oldest?
Locked in.
Locked in.
Moving on to question number 2, the category of American literature. What American author and 3-time Pulitzer Prize winner was invited to address Congress on the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth and was the first white man to be awarded the Silver Plaque Award as a, quote, major prophet of civil rights of our time by the NAACP? What American author and 3-time Pulitzer Prize winner was invited to address Congress on the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth and was the first white man to be awarded the Silver Plaque Award as, quote, a major prophet of civil rights of our time by the NAACP?
I locked in.
Locked in.
Moving on to question number 3, category is world history. What woman, dubbed, quote, the lady with the lamp for making rounds with wounded soldiers at night during the Crimean War, is called the founder of modern nursing and was responsible for the decreased mortality rates by improving hygiene and living conditions for recovering soldiers?
Locked in.
Locked in.
All right. Everyone's locked in. Let's go question by question through this. Starting off with question number 1, the category was the Renaissance. The turtles of the Teenage Mutant and Ninja variety took their names from famous artists in the Renaissance. 3 of them are contemporaries of each other, while 1 was significantly older, having died back in 1466. Which Italian sculptor am I speaking of? Mike, your answer and your wager.
Well, Renaissance could go a number of ways, some of which I know better than others, so I didn't feel super confident. I wagered 0 on this one, and then wished I hadn't. I answered Donatello.
David.
I also wagered 0. So if you ask me which color or which weapon the turtle was donning, it'd be a little bit easier. I thought it was Raphael.
I sat down and wrote this question, and then I said to myself, it doesn't matter. They're going to wager 0 on it, but I'm burning it anyway.
I'm sorry.
But Only one of the other three Renaissance artists were alive when this person died. Leonardo da Vinci was around the age of 12 when Donatello died. Donatello is the correct answer. No points exchanging hands. We're moving on to question number 2 in the category of American authors. What American author and 3-time Pulitzer Prize winner was invited to address Congress on the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth and was the first white man to be awarded the Silver Plaque Award as a, quote, major prophet of civil rights in our time by the NAACP? David, your answer and your wager.
Well, you said American literature authors, which I run away from. So I also bet 0 on this one. But I figured, hey, a good guy, maybe, or at least I enjoyed his music and writing, Shel Silverstein.
Mike, your answer and your wager.
My answer is that I'm a fucking idiot. I didn't catch until you just reread it that you said white man, which makes it really dumb that I locked in with a black author. Yeah, so so of the 3, I stupidly put 19 on this one. And then of the 3 answers, slight spoiler alert, I felt the least confident about this one, which was clearly correct because I locked in with Colson Whitehead. I don't think he has won 3 Pulitzer Prizes, and he's definitely not white. So
This author is known very much for his poetry. 2 of his 3 Pulitzer Prizes are for his poetry. His 3rd Pulitzer Prize is for a 5-volume set on Abraham Lincoln. Be Carl Sandburg.
Oh, Carl Sandburg.
Carl Sandburg is what we're looking for.
Wait, what? Hold on. What? He was invited to speak
at Congress
in 2015?
No, the 150th anniversary. I didn't give a year.
I thought you said 100th anniversary of Lincoln.
Lincoln's birth.
Oh, Lincoln's birth. I just misheard that entire question. Okay. I was in a way different time frame. I heard Lincoln's death. I heard you said white man, and I didn't even get there. It's the Malort. I'm blaming the Malorts. I might have gotten to. I went to Carl Sandburg Middle School, for fuck's sake. I might have gotten there if I had.
Lincoln was born in 1809, which means
I know Lincoln was born in 1809.
Okay,
he was born the same day as Charles Darwin. I'm an idiot. All right.
Mike, you're going to lose 19 points. That brings you down to
19 points.
19 points. David, you wagered wisely there. You're still sitting at 28. Moving on to question number 3. Your category here was in world history. What woman, dubbed the Lady with the Lamp, was seen making rounds with wounded soldiers at night during the Crimean War, and is called the founder of modern nursing? She was responsible for the decreased mortality rates and improving hygiene and living conditions for recovering soldiers. Mike, your answer and your wager.
I wagered 0, and I said Florence Nightingale.
David, your answer and your wager.
Lady in the Lamp. I went Nightingale, and I bet 0.
That was
wagering.
Old strategy. And it worked. Good job.
Across the board. David, you are going to be our winner tonight with a final score 28-19.
That may have been my Hitchcock Kubrick moment. That was bad. I misheard everything about that question. Good God.
Oh my Lord. That was
great. That was please never let me live that down. That was just awful.
Well, no, because here's the part of this. Like, my anxiety goes, did I just mess this whole thing up? Did I say that question wrong at the very beginning? I'm like, no, I said it right. I'm almost, I know I said it right. So, all right. You know why I know I said it right? Because I wasn't smart enough to say it wrong. That's how I know I said it right. David, you're going to be our winner tonight, my friend. Congratulations. Mike, you're going to get your chance at revenge. That episode, the revenge episode, will be dropping the Friday night after this episode drops for our Patreon subscribers. If you want to hear that episode, along with all of our other revenge games, head on over to patreon.com/PTEBB. Be like our friend David here, support the show. That'd be absolutely awesome of you. Mike, you want to go ahead and tell David what your category was?
I chose 2000s indie rock.
I think you're a little more broad than that.
I think I said indie music.
It is 2000s indie music.
Right.
So,
Okay.
David, what do you know about 2000s indie music?
Okay.
I bet it'll do better. I'll bet it'll do pretty good.
I think I can probably hold my own there.
We're going to find out.
I was going to say, can I give the spoiler of what my revenge game was going to be?
You can, because if we have time, we're going to record 2 more revenge games tonight. So go ahead.
Oh. I was going to do 90s alternative and grunge music.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun.
You can hear the first of the revenge games Friday night on our Patreon feed. You've heard enough from us, so check the show notes for our socials and all that fun stuff for the pub trivia experience. I have been Chris.
I have been Mike. Go Panthers.
And I've been David.
Until next time, have a good one.